Hello, everybody, and welcome to Metaphysical Insights. I'm your host, William Becker, and today I'm also the guest. Vivian Powell was going to be on today, and she had the audacity to get sick with the flu and think she needed to spend the day in bed instead of being on the show. So I just don't understand. Anyway, Vivian, I'm ordering you. You have to get well fast, okay? None of this being sick. It's not fun. Okay. I decided to go ahead and come online for a little bit and talk about a few things that I don't usually get a chance to talk about in the show. And um, one of them is just I've been doing a lot more work with the metaphysical world. And this is something that's always been a focus of my life. Um, since I was a little kid, before I knew what it was I was uh, doing and focusing on. Um, and I'm sorry, I'm typing a comment here, um, and I can't talk and type at the same time, I guess. Um, that's the problem with not having a guest. I can type when they're talking. Okay, here we go. It's a link to a workshop, a metaphysical workshop I've got set up. And this is starting, or it takes place in June and July. And why is it not letting me post it? That's weird. Technology and I are not friends. I'll try it again. So, the metaphysical world is where we connect with the universe, the spirit of the universe, the wisdom, and not just the universe, depending on who we are and our other connections. So many different places as well. And our connection and place in all of that is something that's important to bring into this life as well. It helps us with understanding, it helps us with wisdom, it helps us to disconnect from the transitory, um, in a sense that it doesn't rule our emotions and our thinking like it can otherwise. It doesn't mean that we check out or, anything like that, but it means that we understand the transitive nature of this existence, and including our own transitive nature and our own mortality in this physical form. And it helps us connect more deeply with our soul, our spirit, who we truly are, and the ability to, I talk about grounding and centering in all my classes and the importance of it, and it is. But really, when we can ground and center into our true full being, which for me is what we're doing in these exercises, um, the more we understand that's what we're doing, the more we can bring all of that back into our sense of self and the way we exist in this world. And it's not easy all the time. It's not always fun. Um, but it's really important, and it is a lifelong path. We don't become experts overnight. I'm 68 and I've been literally working on this in some sense all my life. I mean, since a little kid, because those were the kinds of things, even though I didn't have terminology or full understanding of them at the time, it was just part of reality for me in a lot of ways. Um, it's difficult to explain what that is exactly because I'm still learning more about that earlier phase of my connections myself. So, if anybody out there wants to put in a connection or a question or something, please do so. Hopefully you'll have better luck. Um, oh, maybe I didn't have it set up right. Sorry if I lost you. Um, I don't know. Something changed. Um, and I don't know what that means. But it says show comments on stage, but now it's okay. This worked now. Very good. Okay. This is a new workshop. Sorry to be so discombobulated here, but this workshop is very different than anything I've done before. This is nothing to do with paranormal in the sense of entities, communication, mediumship, anything like that. This is a 4-part workshop that takes us back to help us. Well, I'll just go over the 4 different sessions, and it's one price for all sessions. It's $140, and which is actually quite reasonable. It's at Rimsky-Korsa Coffee House in Portland on the east side, on Southeast 12th, between. Oh, hey Sam. Um, anyway, it's between the Hawthorne and Morrison bridges on Southeast 12th, and it's a fantastic place. Oh, wait a minute. It's between. Yeah, it's. I'm sorry. You've got the 2 streets. You've got Belmont and I think Morrison that go over the Morrison Bridge, and you go past that. The next block is where Rimsky's is on 12th. It's a cross from the old athletic field from what I think was Washington High School. It's now got Liberty Theater in it, among other things. So anyway, and so they're closed at night, so it'll just be us. It's a very small number of people that have tickets for. I think there are 12 tickets for sale, and that's it. I've got a couple people others that I think will be there. And we're encouraging people to buy desserts and, the different non-alcoholic beverages and stuff they have there, because it'd be nice if they brought in some income from that because they're not charging us, and tip the staff because it'd be nice if they made a few bucks. And they're from 6 to 7:30, I believe it is. And the dates are, let's see, Tuesday, July 8th, and Tuesday, July 22nd, then Tuesday, August 5th, and Tuesday, August 19th. So they're every other week for to get in for 8 weeks to get in the 4 classes. The first session is introductory, more about my background, who I am, going over a bunch of definitions, going over the idea of what metaphysics is, some handouts on definitions and basics, ethics, and getting to know each other a bit more and feeling comfortable and finding out what your own backgrounds and such are. And then seeing just how, these are all individual workshops, and they're tailored to the group of people that are there at the time. So they are living pieces, and they're not a set curriculum, is as in we're going to do this, this, and this at this time, and this time, and all of that. We sometimes can go through things more quickly and then start into something else a little bit more from the next session, or sometimes it takes us a little longer, um, just depending, and it's all okay. And we make it work really well that way. It's been a very successful practice for me. Um, the second session is connecting with your soul and soul group, and it'll have a lot of guided meditation in it. And the third will be about spiritual sensitivity, staying present in who and what we are, detaching from the material world. Um, detach from the transitory. And there will be more guided meditations in this. Part of it is also keep working with your soul group guide, soul. These sessions all build on each other. And then the fourth one is a focus on being truly authentic, living our truly authentic lives. And again, there'll be guided meditation on this. There'll be practice, there's discussion, conversation about it, and what works for people, what doesn't. Um, and that's just a quick basic background. And I know this is going to be a great experience for everybody. Had a lot of people that I've shown this to that are excited about it. And I'm hoping some of you can come. Like I say, I put the link in the comments. And along with all of this and the increased metaphysics, I'm repackaging what I do and my organization. And I have licensed or registered now a new LLC, and it's Academy of Spiritual Journeys. And that's the umbrella then that the paranormal insights classes and work in my own mediumship and practices and readings and such will be under the metaphysical insights pieces, with some of the shows, some of the other things that I do, and teaching these workshops, teaching the metaphysics. And also then there's room, I've been ordained by the Universalist Life Church, or I can't quite remember what it is. It's anyways, the point is I'm able now to officiate at weddings all over the country, and I also want to work in funerals for people. Now this, I'm not a Christian minister. Um, Honestly, I've got a better theological background than most of the ones I've heard, but that's not the point. This is, it gives me the licenses to do the officiating of weddings that are, tailored around people and what they want, especially LGBTQ plus, but not exclusively that by any means. Um, I don't have a tradition that I would insert into these. If you want a heavy church wedding, or a particularly focused Buddhist wedding, or any other religion or dogma that's fairly strict, I would not be the person for that. Um, but for a lot of other kinds of things that are not so religious focused, I think for a lot of you, I think it would be a good fit. So I'm still putting all that together, but the licensing is there, and that'll all be under a new web page and all that kind of thing that I'm in the process of getting it all developed. Now that I've all said it publicly, I've got to get my act together and get it all out there. Anybody have any questions on anybody out there in this world? Because I don't have a whole lot today that I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to give you an update about the metaphysical work and the new projects coming on, the new organization, the new things that I can do now legally um, as a licensed minister in good standing. I've got all the documents and paperwork and all that kind of stuff. And I'm looking forward to that aspect of what I do. And I have a lot of high hopes for the Academy and where I want to go with that. The vision is still forming a bit. It's pretty much there, but um, there are little details, works in progress that will keep fine-tuning themselves, which is great. I love it. Um, I'm not very good as an absolutist. Fluidity is really what life is, and um, everything on kind of a continuum. Shades of gray and technicolor has always been my motto. Um, and so if we're too rigid, we have to be rigid enough to have enough structure to be able to function well, be able to put things out, be able to do what needs to be done and reach the goals. But we have to have enough flexibility in all areas of our life to be able to go with changes, to go with better ideas, with new information when we get it. There's so many things that we have to be able to bend with and are often much more positive than what we had in mind. Um, I travel that way. I do everything that way to the best of my ability to make sure I don't miss things that I want to take an experience or do, but that I'm open to all the new ideas or flexibility or possibilities um, as as much as I can be. If I had a few $1 million in the bank, it would be a little easier, but I don't. Um, so cool. I don't see any other um, questions or anything, so I'm going to go ahead and end this, but I want to thank you all. Please go ahead and share the link, share the show. I'll have it up on YouTube here pretty soon. And I would like very much to see some of you at the class, and we'll talk soon. Okay, thanks. Bye bye.